Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you are new here and this is the first time that you're hearing my voice, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell because I drop news and true crime videos just like this every day. Now, I was scrolling around on YouTube and I follow um, Kay Woodcock's daughter, Cresha. So let's go to her page. Her page is called Difficult Research. Let's see. Here we go. And I was looking at her wall, her community wall, and I found a really big information dump. 300 plus pages of documents. It says right here, it's a link for free access to Brandon Bordeaux's attempted murder case. And it is over 300 pages long, so who has the time to read all that? Well, a true crime junkie like me probably has the time to read all that, but since I have finished most of my chores, I got the laundry going, so you might hear that in the background. I decided that we could go through some of this. Let me close this out. Okay, and it made it bigger so we can see it. It is literally 304 pages long. But I was super interested in page 60. It's around page 64. That's how far I got. Well, like somewhere in the 60s. Let's see. Let's go to page 64. Okay. I might have to go up just a little bit because I wanted to read these old weird text messages between. Yeah, let's go up to the beginning of the text messages between Alex, Zulema, Lori, and Chad. I think that's who it is. So, this is an incident investigation report with the Gilbert Police Department. Let's read the supplemental report. In December of 2019, I assisted in this case by reviewing the cell phones of Alex Cox, Zulema P. I first reviewed Alex's cell phone report and observed the following text messages. Oh, what just happened? Oh, what just happened? Are we back? Are we back? Okay. Hit the right button. I hit the wrong button. I did hit the right button. Okay. Alex activated the phone on 12/3/19 with a registered phone number of blank. My mouse does not want to work right. Is it working? Come on now. Okay, I'll just use the arrow button. Okay, yeah. Where am I? Let's just start. Okay. Alex activated his phone on 12/3/2019 with a registered phone number of blank. The following day on the 4th, Zulema tells Alex that Raphael got a new phone number, blank. I later learned through the context of text messages and information gathered from a P.O. box application that the phone number for Raphael is registered to Chad Daybell. The next day on the 5th, at 16:08 hours, Alex, to a name labeled as Guy, later determined to be Chad Daybell. Well, we know that Chad Daybell's middle name is Guy. By Detective Pillar, based on a history of Chad's phone numbers. Hey, it's Romano. Was that a typo or is that like a different variation of Ray? I don't know. There was no response from Chad. So the next day on the 6th, Alex began communicating with Chad and asked about Lily. Lily is another name used for Lori Vallow, as discovered by Detective Pillar through his investigation. Based on the context of text messages on Alex's phone, Lori started replying on Chad's phone. You guys, I have a railroad train track pretty much in my backyard. I'm sure you've heard it in my videos before. I apologize. There is nothing I can do. It's super loud. Okay. A couple days later, on the 9th, at 15:34 hours, Alex asked Zulema if she ordered the storms that were occurring. She said that she ordered the storms when they were having a barbecue. The next day on the 10th, Alex asked Chad to give him a blessing because he was having a bad attack and couldn't breathe. The next day on the 11th, Chad asked Alex how he is doing, and Alex responds that he is winded every time he stands up and has a resting pulse rate of 100. At 11:53 hours, Alex to Chad, I feel like the poison from the spear in the heart has done some residual damage. Um, if I'm not mistaken, December the 11th, 2019 is the day that Tammy's body was exhumed. Continuing at 12:15 hours, Alex received a call from Melanie Bordeaux. After talking to Melanie, Alex called and spoke to Chad at 12:38 hours. At 12:47 hours, Alex to Melanie, that's a big no-go on your stuff. Just buy a new computer. They won't give it back to you. They are holding it for leverage until you help them. So just write it off. Next, Chad tells Alex that he paid the bills on the Rexburg house, at which point Alex said he was just going to let it go with all of his stuff. The following day, on the 12th, there is very little communication from Alex. The last communication on Alex's phone was a call to Chad and Lori at the Raphael number. Pretty sure that the 12th of December in 2019 was the day that Alex died. Could have been the 13th, but I think it was the day after Tammy was exhumed on the she was exhumed on the 11th, and I think Alex died on the 12th. After reviewing Alex's phone, I reviewed Zulema's phone. Based on the text messages from Zulema's cell phone, here is a basic timeline of important events. And you guys, Zulema is crazy and insane. She's very gullible. She believes everything Chad is telling her, and she is going right along with this crazy plan. Right along with it. On 2/25/18, blank, Melanie Gibb becomes Zulema's visiting teacher. Melanie Gibb introduces Zulema to Lori and Chad in October of 2018 at Preparing a People event in Utah. Lori blank. I have an entire Preparing a People playlist. If you guys want to go check it out, I'll put that link in the description of the video. So, November the 3rd, 2018, at 14:40 hours, Zulema tells Lori that she was told by God that she is to protect Lori. I thought Alex was the protector of Lori. Anywho, on January the 11th, 2019, Zulema had a vision that she could create storms and fire and will have the eye of the Lord. Lori's new phone number on February the 4th is blank. And then a new phone number the next day on the 5th. Okay. On February the 6th, At 16:06 hours, Lori tells Zulema that Charles Vallow blocks her gifts. On May the 3rd, 2019, at 08:19 hours, Zulema texts Chad saying that she heard a voice saying that someone in Lori's family is going to die. Zulema, you ain't shit for that. You're really not. You're encouraging. Oh my God. On May 21st, Lori tells the group that she can't do a conference call because she is being monitored and it's not safe for her. The group consisted of Zulema, Lori, Melanie Gibb, Melanie Bordeaux, Serena, Christina, and Nicole. Is that 7 people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That has to be the 7 gatherers. It has to be. Y'all let me know if y'all think that Zulema, Lori, Melanie Gibb, Melanie Bordeaux, they spelled Melanie Bordeaux's name wrong. There's no E at the end of Melanie. Melanice. Her name is actually Melani. Serena and Christina and Nicole. Do you guys think that was the 7 gatherers? On May 29th, 2019, at 10:06 hours, a text from Zulema to Lori. I will go in spirit when the bomb goes off, and I'll be there to see JJ's spirit go to the presence of the Lord. Then I and the angels will protect the bodies and not allow for them to be possessed by evil. Zulema said that? Why is Zulema not being charged with anything? Okay, later that day at 15:36 hours, Zulema to Lori. I encapsulated them with invisible, hidden capsules that will close and capture them as soon as the bomb goes off and they leave the body. I also created a safe path guarded by warrior angels for Jonas to come and bind them and take them away as soon as they exit the body. I have a good feeling of this. I saw myself protecting the bodies. Later that day, same day, later that day, 10:32, Lori to Zulema. Perfect. I found out there are 4. One is a level for entity. His name is Hiplos. The H is silent. Oh, excuse me. His name is Hiplos. The other 3 are level 3s. Let's do this. Based on the context of the following messages, I was able to determine that Hiplos is what they called Charles Vallow. On May 30th, 2019, at 16:18 hours, Lori to Zulema. I would love it, but I'm out of town. I'm not going to the conference, but thought it was important to my friendship with Melanie to go to Utah with her. I'm hoping to have a reason soon to have to go back to Texas. Working on that now. I'm told he can't stay in there more than 5 days, so it has been 2. I'm told our time bomb is in effect and it's only a matter of time and circumstance. At 17:01 hours, Zulema to Lori. I have a feeling that if you will have a reason to go back very soon. I am continuing to send storms of fire, fire lightning, fireballs, the light of Christ, and the love of HF as our biggest weapons against them. Soon, very soon. The love of HF. Is that Heavenly Father? Okay, I think it probably is. Okay. June the 1st, 2019, at 14:33 hours, Zulema to Chad Daybell. I just did some work on Hiplos. I'm holding this intention and asking for the Lord to complete it. Y'all keep in mind on these dates, real quick, I was just going to remind y'all, in February, somebody changed Charles Fallow's life insurance password. And I think in March, he got it figured out and changed the beneficiary to K. And so this plan has been going on pretty much since the beginning of 2019 because somebody, either Chad, Alex, or Lori, put a password on Charles's life insurance policy, kind of try to lock Lori in as the beneficiary, and he changed it unbeknownst to her. And so it looks like in these messages, like May and June time frame, they're trying to figure out how to kill Charles. This is what it looks like to me. Y'all let me know what you think. So this is in June, and then of course in July is when he dies. So let's see what they say right before Chad is killed by Alex. So at 11:54 hours, nope, at 18:15 hours, Chad Daybell to Zulema. Lori texts me about what Julie Clement saw about Iplos, looking like a dragon. Frightening but fascinating. They thought they were having visions of Charles looking like a dragon. Oh my God. The following day, on the 2nd, at 11:54 hours, Lori texts Zulema. Yes, it does. Let's put some fire energy towards Iplos now. He is driving now, and today is the day. I can do it spiritually. Let's go to him and hover over the truck till we do it. Are you ready? That sounds like she wants him to have a car accident. At 11:55 hours, Zulema to Lori. I'm ready. Zulema is just ready for anything. I cannot stand Zulema. I just cannot. At 11:56 hours, Lori to Zulema. Let's go now. At 12:07 hours, Zulema to Lori. That is powerful. I'm still sending fire. Okay, 1 minute later, Lori texts. Yes, it is. I'm blinding him with light. Zulema texts back. Oh, that's awesome. A minute later, Lori said, I'm feeling it big time. Raphael is with us. Zulema says, I feel him. A few minutes later, Lori said, did he leave? 2 minutes later, Zulema says, I can't see him. I felt like I was chasing him because I saw me running after someone. Lori says, get him. And Zulema says, oh, I'm chasing. Lori says, you are an amazing lady. I love you. Why does she put question marks after I love you? Lori is such a manipulator. A minute later, Zulema said, I'm tired now, LOL. Lori said, me too. I'll keep the light and fire going till he's gone. Zulema said, me too. I'm still sending it. The following day, on June the 3rd, at 08:17 hours, Lori told Zulema, okay, I listened last night, prayed over it, and surrendered. Flying home today to give the literal demon. He is still fine as of this morning. I love you for being so diligent and wise. At 20:51 hours, Zulema tells Lori, how are you? I've been thinking about you all day. At 21:32 hours, Lori says to Zulema, just got home and got JJ to sleep. Let's go spiritually tonight and work on him. We give the timing to the Lord, but we don't need to relent. This is war. All right, so a couple of days later, on the 19th of June, at 21:20 hours, Zulema texts Lori. Oh, and can you meet me at the temple in the morning? I have time tomorrow, and we can work on Iplos. On the 22nd, Alex starts texting Zulema from blank. Alex says to Zulema at 19:02 hours, "Hey Zulema, it's Alex." Zulema never saved the number under a name and just left it as a phone number. Context of the text messages between Zulema and the number also confirmed that it was Alex's number. On June 27th at 10:18 hours, Zulema tells Lori, "Do you think there is a way to change Iplos to the light?" Don't back out now, Zulema. Don't back out now, Zulema. So skip to July 2nd, 2019 at 19:52 hours, Zulema to Lori. Also, I was given instructions today to rip, tear, or burn the aura of Iplos to let the body energy out so he can't re-enter. At 20:35 hours, Chad says to Zulema, "I am very happy to find out these estates. You and Lolo have been doing amazing work. Mother Earth is so grateful to you both. Thank you as well for your help with Iplos. He is so very close." On the 8th of July at 13:22 hours, Lori to Zulema. "Ask if we can call up a California earthquake for tomorrow." Wait a minute. Lori just asked Zulema if they can create an earthquake in California. Iplos will be heading there tomorrow in Valencia. Sadly, he's still okay, but we are going to continue to work on him. The elements will obey eventually. At 18:19 hours, Zulema to Lori. "I had to get home so I could go in my portal out there. I asked if we do that, the ramifications of the things to come, we are not ready for at this time. For what I understand is that when Iplos goes, things are going to be a domino effect, one after another. What do we need to do to be ready for all that is coming?" Zulema. Zulema, are you catching on? I think Zulema is a little bit smarter than people give her credit for, because just a couple of messages before, she was trying to see if maybe they could get the bad spirit out of Charles, without killing him. And now she's saying things are going to be a domino effect, one after another, which after Charles, 4 more people died. And is she catching on with what Lori is trying to do? Is she trying to kind of like back out of it, or convince Lori not to go through with all of this? On the 9th of July at 14:04 hours, Lori texts Zulema, "I feel we are ready, just doing the things we are asked daily as our powers increase and our vibration increases." Okay, on the 9th at 16:39 hours, Zulema to Lori, "Okay, then it was my fear that things will roll out way fast from now on." At 16:49 hours, Lori to Zulema, "No, that's true, but it's also good." So Charles Vallow was killed on July 11th, 2019 in Chandler, Arizona. So at 23:31 hours on July the 11th, Zulema texts Lori, "As I was working on Iplos today in the temple, I was told he will be taken as he is. I don't know what that means. Then I was shown to only put light, the brightest light, from the top and the bottom at the same time, meeting in the middle. So I've been doing that all day. 7-Eleven, I hope today is a good day for all this to end." The following day on the 12th at 22:36 hours, Zulema to Julie Clement, "Oh, okay, Iplos is gone. It was Nephi and Laban ending. I will tell you more when I see you in person, or when you see Lori in person. I'm leaving for Chile on Monday for 2 weeks." A lot of communication that these people did was in person because they knew they were committing criminal acts and they did not want it all recorded and on the record. All right, later in the day, on the 12th, Zulema to Julie, right? I'm just happy it's over. Zulema is literally happy that Charles is dead. Like, what? Reference to the Nephi and Laban comment. Nephi is a prophet in the Book of Mormon. It's Nephi or whatever. And is commanded by his father Lehi to return to Jerusalem to obtain brass plates that contain genealogy records from Laban. Nephi and his two brothers, Laman and Lemuel, return to Jerusalem. When Laman attempts to get the plates from Laban, he is chased off in fear of his life, as Laban says he will slay him. They later return to Laban with all of their valuables and are chased off again. Nephi later goes to Laban's house and finds him passed out drunk. Nephi is commanded to slay Laban as he was delivered into Nephi's hands. Nephi uses Laban's sword to kill Laban. The story can be found in the Book of Mormon's 1 Nephi chapter 3-4. So, 2 days after Charles was killed on the 13th at 09:57 hours, Chad texts Zulema. Hi, Zulema. Yes, I would be happy to give you a blessing, possibly this evening or tomorrow. It's crazy about Charles, but such a relief. At 13:37 hours, Zulema to Chad. Thank you, Chad. I'm working until 8 p.m., but let me know when you're ready and I'll take a break away that time. Same thing if tomorrow is better. I'm going to a farewell talk at 9 a.m. and then to work at 12 p.m., but I can take a break whenever you're ready. Yes, the Charles thing feels surreal, still progressing that, but big relief that he's gone. August 31st, 2019, at 15:33 hours, Alex and Lori leave for Rexburg, or Zion, as Lori refers to it in her text messages. All right, September the 2nd, 2019, at 15:26 hours, Zulema to Alex. How was the trip? Is this the trip? Is this the trip to Yellowstone? So Zulema is asking how the trip to Yellowstone was. This part really makes me not like Alex. I mean, really makes me not. I don't like any of them. But this part is so shocking to me. On September the 2nd, 2019, at 15:26 hours, Alex texts Zulema. Pretty good considering the dark portal we brought with us. Zulema asks Alex with a question mark. Alex tells Zulema, Tylee. So Alex text messaged Zulema and told him that everything was going good on the trip except for the dark portal, who is Tylee. Alex tells Zulema, can you call a tornado for a single person? Zulema tells Alex, a tornado? Maybe an inner tornado. Alex said, inner is good. Zulema said, I think you guys will be led to deal with the dark one when it's time. Alex says, agreed. And Alex says, es cierto, Spanish translation of it's true. The following day on the 3rd, at 15:27 hours, Alex sends Zulema a picture of a rifle with a scope and says he is at the range. September the 8th, Alex tells Zulema that he is at Yellowstone with Lori and the kids. Okay, so this must have just been a different trip. This right here must have just been a different trip with Tylee in the car with them. But this is on the 8th is the Yellowstone trip. Alex tells Zulema he is at Yellowstone with Lori and the kids. After this point, the only child mentioned is JJ. So on September the 10th, Alex and Zulema start referring to Chad as James the Lesser, or JTL, with the belief that Chad was Jesus' younger brother James in a previous life. Boy, I believe anything. Anything. On the 14th of September at 20:47 hours, Alex mentions Lori falling asleep with JJ. On September the 17th at 07:11 hours, this is the last time Lori mentions any of the kids throughout the remainder of the text messages between her and Zulema. She mentions dropping JJ off so she can meet Zulema at the temple. September 21st at 09:12 hours, Lori tells Zulema, FYI, if anybody asks about me or where I moved, you can just say that I moved in with my brother in Queen Creek, especially those who seek my destruction. How are you today? And not at 09:57 hours, Zulema says, wait, who's seeking your destruction? At 13:35 hours, Lori tells Zulema, lots of people, Serena and Christina in particular, my family and such. Now, Serena and Christina must have been trying to tell Lori, girl, you dead wrong. You wrong for this plan. You see, Serena and Christina, they are not co-conspirators. They are not in trouble in court. They are not all up in these text messages. They're not planning and plotting all this. I believe that Serena and Christina realized what Lori and Chad, Zulema and Alex had going on, and they probably said something to Lori, like, Lori, you're a crazy bitch, and we're not going along with this. So, since they probably said something like that to her, all of a sudden they are seeking her destruction. Like, how could they? How could they try to stop me from killing my husband and my kids? Okay. Later at 16:03 hours, Zulema to Lori. I think that's best you stay hidden. I'm staying quiet as if nothing is happening, though shit is happening. Though shit is happening here, but you're gonna stay quiet. Zulema, Charles and these kids could have been saved if you would have just put your foot down and said something. So, fast forward to, at this point, Charles is dead. JJ is dead. Tylee is dead. We're going to jump into October, which is the month that Tammy is going to be killed. 10/2/2019, Brandon Bordeaux is shot at in Gilbert. I mean, they was just trying to kill everybody all at the same time. On the 3rd, at 16:06 hours, Alex to Zulema in a response to her asking how he was doing. Whoa, nice. Just waiting and laughing and singing. Are you coming up soon? On the 9th, on October the 9th, at 20:08 hours, Lori tells Zulema, okay, perfect. Just tell me when you are close and I'll come out since the kids are asleep. This text was later determined to be about Melanie Bordeaux's children and not Lori's children. This was according to information received from Brandon Bordeaux. Address: Lori was staying at blank East Desert Bloom Place, Chandler. I was later advised that this was Melanie Bordeaux's address by Detective Pillar. On October the 9th, 2019, Alex texts Zulema at 23:11 hours, and they talk on the phone for 38 minutes. This is out of the ordinary for them, as patterns show that they usually don't communicate that late at night. This is the same night that a masked gunman pointed a rifle at Tammy Daybell. According to text messages to Zulema, Lori went to Missouri on October the 10th, 2019. Okay, I'll fast forward to October the 19th, 2019, the day Tammy Daybell died in Fremont, Idaho. At 15:15 hours, Zulema tells Lori, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did you know that that was going to happen? How are you? How are you feeling? Maybe it was just you that I saw at the temple getting ready to get married just yesterday, and the girl was tiny like you. At 15:44 hours, Lori tells Zulema, funny, I love you. Zulema tells Lori, ascended couples. Jules saw them coming soon. Nothing more powerful, she said. Zulema tells Lori, I love you too. And Lori tells Zulema, that's good news. Um, at 15:19 hours, Zulema tells Chad, hi, Chad. I just saw your post. I hope you are okay. Yesterday at the temple, I had a vision that I was helping a bride get ready and helping her with her white dress. Then I see your post today. The Lord is wonderful. The next day, on the 20th, at 22:14 hours, Chad tells Zulema, thank you, Zulema. I'm hanging in there. Our family has received overwhelming support. Yes, changes are underway. We have all felt Tammy nearby. She is very happy and very busy. At 22:32 hours, Zulema tells Chad, her work is underway. I'm happy for her. I'm also excited for what's next. I'm praying for you and your family. Much love and comfort to all of you. I hope to see you soon. So on the 28th of October at 20:28 hours, Alex sends Zulema a picture of Chad and Lori and two other women at a restaurant. Chad and Lori are sitting next to each other, and Chad is no longer wearing his wedding ring. At 20:29 hours, in reference to the picture, Zulema tells Alex, he looks way too happy. At 20:33 hours, Alex tells Zulema, he escaped the warden, so it's all downhill from here. What? Okay. Um, on the 28th, at 20:34 hours, Zulema tells Alex, woohoo, he's a happy man. Look at that smile. At 20:43 hours, Alex tells Zulema he's a little giddy. At 21:06 hours, Zulema tells Alex, that is so cute. On the 31st of October, during a text exchange between Lori and Zulema, Zulema mentions that it's Halloween, and Lori says that she forgot it was Halloween. On November the 9th, at 20:27 hours, Lori sends Zulema pictures of her and Chad in wedding attire on a beach in Hawaii, and both are now wearing wedding rings. On November the 20th, during a conversation with Melanie Gibb, Zulema states that Chad and Lori are going to Hawaii indefinitely. Chad and Lori go quietly after their wedding. There were no other text messages that seemed to be in reference to any crimes or the missing children. Zulema believed that she was of multiple creations, or that she had lived several lives. Chad and Lori told Zulema she had the power to create earthquakes and storms, and she would often text them and asked if she had been responsible for the earthquakes, including an earthquake in Chile shortly after her visit there. Chad would always confirm that she was responsible for the earthquakes and tell her she is doing good work. Chad praised Zulema for her efforts in preparing the earth for the second coming. Zulema was also under the belief that she was being protected by an angel called Perseus, who is the deceased president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, David O. McKay. Zulema would visit the Gilbert, Arizona temple daily to do work and further their efforts to prepare Earth. Afterwards, Zulema would text Chad and Lori about the portals she opened while in the temple. Zulema would text Chad and Lori about visions she had and ask Chad what they meant, and she would ask Chad to check on people that were close to her or her family. Chad would often label men as darks. Zulema was told by Chad that a man that she was dating was dark and was placing cages around her. Zulema ended her relationship with that man and was later told by Chad that he was told by God that she was to marry Alex Cox and move to Rexburg, Idaho. Alex and Zulema began communicating through text messages and phone calls and visited each other several times before getting married on November the 28th, 2019 in Las Vegas. When they returned to Arizona, Alex stayed with Zulema and did not return to Rexburg. He later told Chad that he was letting all of his stuff in Rexburg go. Nothing further. Okay. So I'm just gonna end the video here just to give y'all some context about the text messages between Lori, Chad, Alex, and Zulema. I thought that this was crazy, crazy, crazy. You guys, let me know in the comments what you think. If y'all want to put like some dates together, like put your timelines together in the comments. Put your opinions in the comments. Did y'all think that Zulema was going along with the plan of killing not only Charles but the kids? I mean, even Alex seemed like he didn't like Tylee. Like, it's all a mess. It's really, really terrible what happened. And in my personal opinion, I really wish that Alex was alive today because the case would be presented in such a different way. I think that Alex would have been like the whistleblower because if Alex would have been alive, Chad and Lori would have tried to pin all this shit on him. And he would have been like, oh, no, no, no. This is actually what happened. I think with Alex alive, we would have known so much more information that we don't see in the text messages and all these reports and stuff. I think Alex had a lot more to add to that. And he's dead and he's cremated, and we will just never know unless Chad and Lori decide to talk. Zulema and Melanie Gibb and Melanie Bordeaux, they can see the position that Chad and Lori are in. So they're definitely not going to talk about this crime. You're not going to get a lot of information out of them. Personally, I don't think so. There are 304 pages in this document. I'm gonna read through it and try to find some more interesting things that stick out and stand out to me. But for now, I'm gonna close it out because I'm getting close. I'm almost right at 45 minutes, and I think I'm gonna put this on my page as like a premiere. And so, um, honestly, let me know what you guys think in the comments. This stuff is mind blowing. You might even have to like rewind and re-listen to some stuff and double check the dates of when they were talking about stuff and when the kids went missing and all that. It is all this information is relevant, but they're still missing pieces. And I will be continuing to look through this to try to find y'all some more information. I don't know if y'all knew about all these text messages. They are putting text messages out in court, but this like clearly laid it out. Personally, it was really good how they put it all together. I'm sure this took a lot of time to put together. So I think that the state and the prosecution and the detectives have done a great job thus far. And I know it is one of the last days of Chad Daybell's trial, and so that's all going to get wrapped up. Let me know in the comments below if you think he's going to be found guilty also. And like I said, if this is your first time coming to my page, I drop videos just like this every single day, so make sure you subscribe to my page. I would love it if you guys would share it out so that we can kind of grow the page and get more discussions going and like comments and stuff like that. And you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.